All right, and then another indie one I did, this one from Image. It's Rocket Girl, and this one was by Brandon Montclare and Amy Reeder. This one was a time travel story, and those aren't my favorite. But they handled it pretty well. So they've got this sort of bizarre future sort of world here where the police department are teenagers because teenagers are idealistic and will actually enforce rules upon even the most powerful. And so, and because becoming elder essentially corrupts you,
right.
Your idealism and things like that, is worn down. And
it's just reminding me of Ender.
And so, I don't know if I'm gonna continue on with it, but it was pretty interesting, and I really like the artwork. It's like that flashy, shiny, stuff, and it's okay, but not really any memorable characters or anything like that. But it's interesting enough, but I don't think I'm going to continue with it. Anyway, I'm probably going to rate it 3 stars.
Nice. And the last thing I have completed this month is, I'm so excited about this, Nailbiter Volume 2, Bloody Hands. And I wish I could show you the artwork in this, but it's very graphic, and I feel like maybe I shouldn't show that off. But my library actually did not have this. I requested that they buy a copy, and I was the first person to get to read it. I'm so excited. So this is a continuation of, there is this town in Oregon that has produced 16 serial killers. And
oh, yeah.
And that is intriguing. The first one just kind of introduced the world. And this one, we're getting more in depth in, everyone's asking why. Why are there so many serial killers? Why does it continue to produce so many serial killers? And why is it that these serial killers only start killing once they leave the town? Yeah.
Oh.
So there's some sinister stuff, and there's a cop and an FBI agent, and they're trying to team up and trying to figure this out, or a local cop and an FBI agent, and people are dying left and right, and there's extreme mystery. There is a serial killer who moved back to town after his trial got acquitted or something. I don't remember the details, but somehow he got away with murdering a bunch of people, and he moved back home. And so every time there's a murder, everyone suspects that it's him, and he's like, it's not me. Stop it. It's not me. And anyways, this was a 5-star read for me. I really enjoyed it.
Awesome.
So I came straight home from the library and read this immediately.
Yeah, when I came home today, I had just a feeling that I knew you were in the library, so I was like, you were being really quiet, so I knew she was in the midst of something exciting.
I was having an introvert moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then the last things I read Birds of Prey. This one is Gail Simone. So this is a collection, a handful of DC characters that are kind of a crime-fighting organization called the Birds of Prey. And I think it's mostly women, but it's more so just really people that work with Barbara Gordon or Oracle, and she's, a computer whiz and everything, and so she's always has her finger on the pulse of crime. It follows mostly Black Canary, Dina Lance, and I really liked her character from Injustice.
Yeah.
It really, her kind of original, her actual, kind of true personality stayed in Injustice. And so I really like that, and I like that element in here. And it really went into Huntress a bit more, and she kicks a lot of ass. Her character's a bit crude sometimes, but I'm glad I pushed through. The beginning was hard on this one.
You set it down and walked away for a while.
Yeah, but I'm glad I finished it because this is kind of a beginning story to the whole Birds of Prey. Okay. And so I'm definitely going to pick up some more of these because I think it's only going to get better.
As soon as you opened it up and I saw
You know, the way this one is printed, it's on that newspaper, that older newspaper print.
It kind of
And
it puts me off, but now that I actually sit down and look at the art is good.
It is. It's very sharp.
It's just the paper.
Yeah, that was really interesting.
Huh.
All right, and then the very last one was Justice League Trinity War, and this was New 52. This one is about Pandora. She's the silhouette in the background here. And the actual Pandora from the myth, and it turns out that the box of evil was not actually created by the gods. The gods didn't know what it was, so they used Pandora to discover what it is and then punished her for, the results of trying to find out. But anyway, she's on this quest to essentially put all the evils back in the box, and to reopen the box you need either the purest heart or the darkest heart. And so she's going around to different heroes and villains being like, well, it must be you,
oh wow.
And then there's this whole background story in there, and I'll go into spoilers a bit here, but it does tell you sort of what the box is at the end, but I was disappointed because it just turned out to be Darkseid and Apocalypse, and it just seems like that just is too often used. It's just like, oh, the ultimate bad guy, so it's just like, oh, them again, huh? So if I see a continuation of the library, I might pick it up, but
yeah.
I could leave it. And so, but I rated it 4 stars. And that is it.
I don't know how many parts this ended up being, but like we said at the beginning, we're definitely going to be doing weekly wrap-ups from now on, because this is just crazy.
Getting out of hand here.
It's getting to the point where I don't remember what I read at the beginning.
Right, yeah, it doesn't stick with me, unfortunately, especially the stuff that wasn't all that memorable. But anyway, thank you so much for sticking, if you stuck through the whole thing with us here. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye.